Welcome everyone, we're back with a brand new series. This one is highly anticipated and recommended by loads of you on the channel and on Patreon. One that we've been waiting to get to for a long time, and it's Band of Brothers. This is episode 1, and I believe it's called Currahee. I think that's how you pronounce it, Currahee. I'm guessing that's a place.
I think that's a logical shout.
Yeah.
This show, even before the channel, it's been something that's been on my radar for, I kid not, decades.
Yeah.
And I've just never gotten around to it. There have been people from different groups at different periods across my life who have said that I would really love this show.
Yep.
Apparently it's a show that really gets into the details and there is sensational acting involved. I know Damian Lewis is in this and
yep.
I really like him. So
and Ross.
David Schwimmer.
Yeah, David Schwimmer's in it.
Definitely not going to refer to him as Ross.
No, definitely not. Probably a different kind of character, this one, I'm guessing.
I would sincerely hope so.
What I'm looking forward to seeing his range, though, because I've seen him be a comedic actor. I don't really think I've seen him act like serious.
I don't think I've seen him in anything else.
Because this is very different from what we've done on the channel. This is so far from comedy. So I'm looking forward to seeing his range. But yeah, a bit like you, I've actually been very close to watching this in the past.
Okay.
I was talking about it in my friendship group, in the group chat, and someone
was
said,
I not in there?
Don't worry about it.
Wow.
A different friendship group.
Okay.
Ones that I like.
Savage.
And we were talking about it, and my friend said, I've got it on Blu-ray. Do you want to borrow it? I was like, yeah, next time I see you, I'll grab it, whatever. Never spoke about it again. So I was very close to actually borrowing it.
Okay. Well,
and watching
I'm
it
glad
on
you
Blu-ray.
didn't.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't. I know the people that have told me to watch this, not all of them, but some have said it's the greatest show that they've ever watched.
Yeah.
They've gone to that length.
I think
and they're people I trust.
Yeah, 100%. And when we've mentioned it on the channel, we've got nothing but good comments. Amazing comments, actually, saying that it's a must-see. So here we are. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's got.
Yeah, same. Apparently the character arc's sensational. I believe it's 10 episodes.
Yes.
10 episodes, 1 season. I don't know if there's any regularity to the timings of the episodes. I think there are some longer ones, some shorter ones.
Oh, okay.
But it is a true story, obviously. And I think that's only going to add to it as well. Like I say, we haven't really done anything true story-wise on the channel. So really looking forward for that for you as well, because you're going to see just how wide our range can be now, or how limited we are, if you think this is going to be...
Stick to comedy.
Yes. But no, I'm really excited to get into this one. It's, as you say, something that I just cannot wait to get into.
Yeah.
And I think rather than drag this intro out and wait any longer, let's get into it now. So, yeah, thank you for being with us. Thank you for coming along on this journey. We really hope that you do stay with us for everything that you're going to see. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you do want to see the uncut versions or see these 2 weeks in advance, the cut versions, you can get them on our Patreon, and details of those are down in the pinned comment and description. But yeah, please drop this episode a like if you didn't do so already, and let's get into this one. Can't wait.
We were in a store and a guy in that store told us to put our uniforms on. What the hell are you talking about? The USA is in a war with Japan.
Our country was attacked. It wasn't like Korea or Vietnam.
Who would like to volunteer for the Tank Corps, the Air Force? And then they said, who would like to volunteer for the Airborne? What the hell is the Airborne?
We came from a small town. 3 fellows in that town committed suicide because they couldn't go.
Oh, wow.
The guy said, well, you jump out of an airplane to fight the enemy. Go to hell. Nobody put up their hands. But you get paid $50 a month more. So that made it $100.
To jump out of a plane.
Wow.
Fair enough. I'm guessing the soldiers are actually in this sort of episode we're about to see. And I'm guessing when they said we're under attack, that might have been... Because I know Pearl Harbor, I think, was committed by the Japanese. And I think that actually is what sparked the US into entering the war. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a historian, but I believe that might be what they're referring to there.
Sure. Yeah, so they're going to be actual soldiers.
Yeah, even just hearing them speak gave me goosebumps then.
Yeah, as he says, it was a different time. Like, could you imagine that now?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it, mate. David Schwimmer.
I should have really paid attention to who was in the casting.
I was looking at some of the names. I couldn't really... there was only Damian Lewis and David Schwimmer that I recognised.
I saw Donnie Wahlberg, but I don't know if he's going to be... I didn't know if that was the name of somebody that they are portraying, or if that's going to be a relative of Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah, potentially.
That was another thing I just remembered as well that I was told. Apparently the production values in this are brilliant.
Yeah, I can imagine. Given what the subject matter is, it's going to... Yeah, I can imagine it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, because this was released quite a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, just the amount of time... The amount I've been hearing about it over the years, I can imagine it was a while back. I'm not sure exactly when it was, but...
Pottery in England.
1944. So that's a year before the end of the war. Oh, I just saw Stephen Graham. That's Stephen Graham. When you see his face, you'll recognise him.
Right.
Imagine the feeling going through them, like knowing what they're like heading into.
Yeah.
Easy company! Now they're up around me. Come on, gentlemen. Channel coast is socked in with rain and fog. High winds on the drop zone. No jump tonight. The invasion has been postponed. We're on a 24-hour stand down.
Wow. So bad weather cancelled them for a full day. That's got to mess with you, hasn't it?
All suited and booted and ready to go, and now you know, and you could go at any time in the next 24 hours.
Mentally prepared as well.
Weather depending. Now you got to stay ready now.
$1,000 for the call. For whose cost?
I think it's clearing up. Think it's clearing up?
Nope.
I think it's clearing up. How are your men?
They'll be fine.
5 o'clock in New York. 4 o'clock in Chicago.
Happy hour, huh?
Yeah, a couple of drinks. Maybe an early dinner before the theater. Civilized place for civilized men.
Should have been born earlier, Nix.
What, and give up all this? We'll go to Chicago. I'll take you there.
Yeah, we'll see.
I see the patches on their arm. It looks like this is all of these are the airborne division, so they're going to be flying in and parachuting behind enemy lines, maybe.
Yeah, they've got them on the...
I was going to say the parachute on the hat is a big giveaway as well.
What was in his flask? Alcohol?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, he did say a few drinks and... Oh, we're going back to Georgia.
2 years earlier.
You people are at the position of attention!
Private Picante, have you been blousing your trousers over your boots like a paratrooper?
No excuse, sir.
Your weekend pass is revoked. Dirt in the rear sight aperture, pass revoked.
They're not going home at the weekend then. He was in Lockstock, the guy in the end.
When did you sew on these chevrons, Sergeant Lipton?
Yesterday, sir.
Long enough to notice this. Revoked.
Sir.
Name?
Malarkey, Donald G.
Malarkey slang for bullshit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It's not right.
Private bullshit, revoked.
I could be, actually.
Yeah.
Rusty bayonet, Liebgott. I wouldn't take this rusty piece of shit to war. Now, thanks to these men and their infractions, every man in the company who had a weekend pass has lost it. Change into your PT gear. We're running Currahee.
Running Currahee.
Currahee. So it wasn't Currahee. Currahee. I wonder what that is.
I saw on the board in the background as well, it says they're the 506th Parachute Infantry.
Hey, Connie, what are you thinking of? Shut up, Lon, all right? He gigged everybody. Don't give him no excuses. Excuses? Why don't you come here, look at these trousers, get down, and you tell me if there's a crease on them.
Private White, why are you not in your PT gear?
I asked you a question, Private.
I was just about to say, I'm getting the impression he has no choice but to answer, but he didn't.
Don't worry, we'll take your dames to the movies for you.
What do you think that was about?
I don't know. Maybe he's thinking twice about being there, or it's getting to him.
Now, what company is this? Easy Company! Do not help that man! Do not stop! You have 13 minutes to get to the top of this mountain!
Not very nice in this so far, is he?
No, quite a senior position.
Yeah.
I suppose in the scenario, you have to just keep going. You can't help anybody.
But then it's a band of brothers, so they're a brotherhood, aren't they? So the idea is surely to help your comrade.
Man,
yeah.
Come on, you can make it up there, come on! Never thought I'd see the day, Private Wayne. We are coming on 23 minutes! That is not good enough for Easy Company!
Easy Company.
That's what I can never comprehend. Them when they have to move with all of their equipment and artillery. It's crazy.
Chuck a huge bag on their back as well, and that just adds to it.
Sounds stupid, but even the hat would do me in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something.
Joe.
Lieutenant Winters, what is it? Mission to speak, sir. Mission granted. Sir, we got 9 companies, sir. Well, how come we're the only company marching every Friday night, 12 miles full pack in the pitch dark?
Brutal.
Lieutenant Sobel hates us, sir.
Lieutenant Sobel does not hate Easy Company, Private Random. He just hates you.
Thank you, sir.
He wish he kept his mouth shut now.
Yeah.
I want canteens out of belts with the caps unscrewed. On my command, they will pour the contents onto the ground.
They're going to make them go with no fluid.
Who is this? Christensen, why is there no water in your canteen? You drank from your canteen, didn't you? Was this man ordered to not drink from his canteen during the Friday night march?
He was, sir.
You will fill your canteen and repeat all 12 miles of the march immediately.
So they weren't allowed to drink. That's brutal. He is properly beasting them.
What in the name of God are you doing with my company? You're late, and you allow troopers to disobey direct orders? This is not Dog Company. This is not Fox Company. This is Easy Company. I want the names of 6 men, their infractions, and your disciplinary recommendations on my desk by 0130.
What infractions, sir?
Find some.
So he just wants to keep punishing them so they all fall in line.
Yeah, I was going to say, though, earlier on when the guy was saying, why does he hate us? It seems that it's not so much hate, it's that he expects more from them compared to the other regiments.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sobel's a genius. I had a headmaster just like him in prep school. I know the type.
Let's go, let's go!
Go! 1,000, 2,000!
You just broke both your legs, Private Gordon. Stand in the door.
This will be the end of us.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Like we even would have made it this far.
Yeah, I like the confidence.
That's big, that's...
Oh.
Yeah, that's grim.
I want to be in the airborne, sir.
You have 50 minutes to the top and back, and I will be watching you.
15 minutes doesn't seem like long enough.
No, I don't think he's going to make it.
Nah, that's...
I feel like he's going to maybe collapse.
Or throw up.
Oh.
Ah, here come the guys. Here come the guys.
Easy Company has the finest performance record in the entire 2nd Battalion. I believe every bit of that is thanks to you.
Thank you, sir.
Isn't that Lieutenant Winters leading Easy Company in PT?
Yes, sir.
He's a damn good man. I was planning on giving him a set of these today. He'd be proud to get them from you.
Pornography, contraband. This man had 200 prophylactic kits in his footlocker. How is it Private Tipper has spare time for so much correspondence?
That's a lot of correspondence.
Yeah. Prophylactics, condoms, right? I believe that's what it was, yeah. Do you think he's trying to find reasons to not give him those?
Yes. This is United States Army property, which was taken, and I will not tolerate thievery in my unit. Whose footlocker is this?
Private Parks, sir.
Get rid of him. All weekend passes are canceled, officers included.
Yeah, you're right. He's not going to give them to him, is he?
Lieutenant Winters. Colonel Sink has seen fit to promote you. You'll serve as my executive officer.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
And as a test of your organizational skills and command potential, I am designating you mess officer for 14 days. Company breakfast to be served at 0600. I think a special meal before their afternoon off would be a welcome change of pace. I like spaghetti.
So has he put him in the kitchen? That doesn't seem like
no
what he deserves.
Mess officer.
These guys are packing it away.
I mean, I'm sure the spaghetti's going to go down very well with everybody.
Yeah?
This ain't spaghetti. This is army noodles with ketchup. Oh, come on, gonorrhea. As a fellow Italian, you should know that calling this crap spaghetti is a mortal sin. I'm eating here.
Hey, get out of here.
She tried yanking his plate.
Lectures are canceled. Easy Company is running up Currahee.
He's going to make them run on with full spaghetti stomachs.
Oh, my life. Yeah, you're right.
Hi-yo, Silver!
Oh, he stitched him up completely.
Yeah, massively. So I'm guessing Currahee is the name of that hill they have to run up and down. Yeah. That was inevitable.
You do not deserve to get your wing. Private Randleman, you look tired. There's an ambulance waiting for you at the bottom of the hill. No more Currahee.
He's trying to get him to break, isn't he?
Yeah.
All upon the rises, fall on the crest.
I mean, I guess keeping down spaghetti in this situation might be as a useful skill, but I guess it is more about willpower.
Yeah, he's given them ample opportunity to back out and quit.
Yeah.
And he knows the guys that are there at the end, they're his guys.
Yes.
So we
feel like we're ready to be Army paratroopers? Yes, sir! This will be the first of 5 exits from a C-47 aircraft scheduled for today.
Stephen Graham.
Yeah, I do recognise him.
Really young Stephen Graham there.
Line of duty.
Successful completion of your 5th and final jump. You'll be certified Army paratrooper.
Have you seen This Is England? Oh, he was in that as well.
Good! 6 okay!
I don't think you can guarantee that.
Instincts of 12 jumpers per aircraft. All you have to do is remember what you were taught, and I guarantee you gravity will take care of the rest.
Little pause.
He did pause there, didn't he?
Yeah. It's in this scenario, when you're jumping into like enemy battlegrounds, you could get shot before you've even hit the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
And gentlemen, rest assured, any refusals in the aircraft or at the door, and I guarantee you, you will be out of the airborne.
Do you reckon that one of them does?
I'm assuming so, the fact they're going to show us this again.
I think this is a different plane. They said 12 to a plane.
That makes
So
sense.
it might be showing different. Yeah, you can't have people refusing to jump.
No, it's such a short window, I'd imagine.
Now just think, if you had any class or style like me, someone might mistaken you for somebody.
You mean like your fucking sergeant?
I'm just kidding. Agent Martin.
Got promotion.
Yeah.
Are those dusty jump wings? How do you expect to slay the Huns with dust on your jump wings?
Just give me a drink. 3 miles up, 3 miles down.
I recognise him as well.
10 hot!
Which one?
Him.
Oh, okay.
One facing her.
Well, at ease, paratroopers. Good evening, Easy Company.
Evening, sir!
Now, parachute infantry is a brand new concept in American military history. I want you to know that I'm damn proud of each and every one of you. Thank you, Sergeant Grant. So I want you to have fun. Remember our motto, Currahee!
Currahee!
Oh, so it's their motto.
Yeah, he said.
Okay.
Yeah, he also referenced it with the hill and stuff though, so I'm not sure. But yeah, you'll let us know in the comments a bit more about that. But
Yeah.
maybe they adopted that as their motto. But for that company,
So we're now a year before where we started.
yeah, and a year ahead of them passing out.
There does not look like there's anywhere to hide in those trees.
Betty!
Is this an exercise or are they actually at war?
Joe, annoyingly, I only saw the year when the writing came up.
Same.
We're in the wrong position.
We're textbook position for ambush, sir. I think we should sit tight. Let the enemy team come into our killing zone.
They're right out there somewhere. Let's just get them.
Sir, we have perfect cover here.
Lieutenant, deploy your troops.
All right, let's pull rank. Yeah, I'm thinking this is an exercise.
Yeah.
Because of the colours on their arm.
Yeah, when he said enemy team.
Yeah, they've all got red on their arm.
Captain, you've just been killed, along with 95% of your company.
Easy Company, 2nd Battalion, 506.
You should have listened.
Yeah.
Report back to the assembly area.
Well, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Just keep training the men. Lieutenant Lewis Nixon, Lieutenant Harry Wells, just in from the 82nd.
You'll learn him pretty quickly. No flaws, no vices, no sense of humor.
I'm hearing a lot of rumblings.
Sobel? Just talking about that.
He gets a little jumpy in the field.
If we discuss it, I think it should just be amongst
Oh,
ourselves.
absolutely.
They must know they were talking about him.
2nd Platoon ready?
Ready, sir.
Then get them in formation. We're moving out.
Yeah, a move like that, those exercises it's got to leave a real seed of doubt with people when something like that happens.
Yeah, next time we ask them to follow him into battle on a real battlefield,
Yeah.
They're going to be hesitant to do so.
Their lives are going to be in his hands.
Exactly, yeah.
No time for hesitation.
Shut up, Kyle. Man, you gotta admit, he's got no chance. Either the crowds will get him, or one of us.
Who, Sobel?
He screwed up one maneuver.
You know, I'm always fumbling with grenades. Easy if one went off by accident, you know?
Is that... Oh, okay, I thought that was actually going to be him. That's going to get passed along, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going my way?
Wherever the train takes me.
Atlantic, Pacific, Atlantic.
I'm not the intelligence officer.
Well, as such, I of course know, but told you I'd have to kill you. New York City, troop ship, England. We're invading Europe, my friend.
Since when do I drink?
If I thought you'd drink it, I wouldn't offer it to you.
That's a good shout.
It's got some logic to it.
Oh, I have every confidence in my scrounging abilities. And I had a case of Bat 69 hidden in your footlocker.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Morning. Oh, this could turn into a real nice trip.
Oh, just waking up and
Straight
drinking
away.
spirits as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be strong. Brooklyn Naval Shipyard. Wasn't making that same mistake again.
Soon your son will drop from the sky to engage and defeat the enemy. Your frequent letters of love and encouragement will arm him with a fighting heart, make you proud of him, and his country ever grateful for his service in its hour of need. Signed, Herbert M. Sobel, Captain, Commanding.
Some lucky bastards headed for the South Pacific. Cut up coconuts so he can hand feed them to the flamingos.
What's that over his head?
I mean, it's a life. Is it a life jacket?
Do you know what? I was wondering if that's what it was.
Hey guys, I'm glad I'm going to Europe. Hitler gets one of these right across the windpipe.
What if we don't get to Europe? What if they send us to North Africa?
My brother's in North Africa. He says it's hot.
It's hot in Africa?
Shut up. Once we get into combat, the only person you can trust is yourself and the fella next to you.
Hey, long as he's a paratrooper.
Oh, yeah? What if that paratrooper turns out to be Sobel?
Those bunk beds are stacked, aren't they?
I like Winnis. He's a good man. But when the bullets start flying, I don't know if I want a Quaker doing my fighting for me.
How do you know he's a Quaker?
He ain't Catholic.
Neither Sobel.
That prick's the son of Abraham.
He's what?
He's a Jew.
I'm a Jew.
Congratulations. Get your nose out of my face.
Oh.
Currahee called Sobel a Jew. You guy took offense because he's a Jew too.
Fighting over Sobel. That's smart.
So factual, just the way he said it.
Yeah. I'd be there chilling, playing cards, I think.
I'll be there too, taking your money. Aldburn, England. I've never heard of Aldburn or Bourne.
I think it's Bourne, yeah.
Where do you burn from?
Don't know.
Free cover! Two basic types of fighting positions. The advantages of a prepared position are that it gives you cover.
Right in through these trees. At the same time, our second platoon in this particular case moves over here. He's then gonna close with and kill or capture that German.
Wow. I want to fire that one.
Yeah.
Sobel's late.
Definitely a lot of discontent around Sobel, isn't there?
Yes, there is, yeah.
Why is there a fence here? There should be no fence here.
Tipper! Give me them. Picani, Luz, get the men, get them. Take cover behind those trees.
Are they going to be walking straight into something potentially?
There should be no fence here.
We could go over it, sir.
Really? That's not the point. We're the goddamn.
The goddamn hell on.
Sobel's lost again, right?
Yeah, he's lost.
Yeah, they're going to lose a lot of trust in him, aren't they? Cause
Yeah.
Can you do Major Whatton?
There's a wild bear crap in the woods, son.
Get a good major can goose this smuck. Get us moving. All right, just this once.
what's he going to do? Play a trick on him?
Yeah.
You're full grid off.
Is there a problem, Captain Sobel?
Who said that?
I think it's Major Horton, sir.
What is he? Did he join us?
What is the goddamn holdup, Mr. Sobel?
Oh, he's put on a voice.
Yeah.
A barbed wire fence! Oh, that dog just ain't gonna hunt. Now, you cut that fence and get this goddamn platoon on the move! Yes, sir!
Oh, no.
Absolutely done him.
We have to move.
Sir, without Captain Sobel in first platoon?
It's a T intersection. We improvise. Hook right with first squad. I'll tell Garnier to move left with second. I'll be right up the middle with third. Go. Yes, sir.
So the classic telephone box in the background.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing these are meant to rendezvous with Sobel's group as well.
Yes. Yeah. So they're meant to. It's a cut-off, isn't it? So.
Oh, he was explaining it, wasn't he? Yeah. Nope. I'll turn around. Because I don't want any part of this. Oh, no. Bloody hell. I hope he gets cut off again.
That's the thing I love about telephone boxes over here. They're only in places no one would ever want to use one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I guess that's the idea, I suppose.
Yeah.
You've done it now, Yanks. You've captured me.
Oh no.
Late to the party?
Who was the idiot who cut that man's fence? By who?
Major Horton, sir.
Major Horton told you to do that.
Oh my god.
Major Horton is on leave in London.
Oh.
Get those cows out of here.
I was going to say, at the time, will the cows get out?
Yeah, he's going to let him have it now.
Yep. He's going to shout at them until the cows come home.
Yeah.
I shall see myself out.
Go on.
Lieutenant Winters.
Is that Simon Pegg?
That is Simon Pegg.
Wow.
Captain Sobel's compliments, sir. Lieutenant.
Oh, wonder what this is going to be.
Promotion?
He's not in a good mood.
No, but he smashed the task at hand.
True.
And given that Sobel let the cows out and blamed it on his superior.
Yeah.
Because that's who he thought it was.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Misspelled court-martial.
There you go.
No, sir, I do not understand.
He's got to go and testify about. Is that what it is? Court-martial.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's been court-martialed, is it?
5, I was censoring the enlisted men's mail by order of Colonel Strayer. I followed your orders to the minute.
I changed that time to 09:45.
No one told me, sir.
I telephoned and sent a runner.
No runner found me, Captain.
Were to let such a failure of duty by my own XO go unpunished, what kind of message is that to the men? Your options are quite simple, Lieutenant. Punishment for your offenses will be denial of a 48-hour pass for 60 days. Stand before me at attention.
So he's taking it out on him.
Or you may initiate a letter of appeal. You spend your weekends on the base anyway, Dick. Be a man. Take the punishment.
My endorsement, sir. I request trial by court-martial.
Oh, so he didn't take the punishment?
No.
Which would have been easy, because like he said, he doesn't go out, doesn't do anything.
No.
But it's a principle, isn't it?
You're shitting me. Nah, Strayer did it. Well, let's try to figure out the procedures for his court-martial.
Winner scrambles eggs while the rest of us make the big jump with Sobel.
So we're going through with this, right?
We gotta do something.
All right. Good.
They're going to band together, aren't they?
I don't care about the consequences.
John,
I think so.
we could be lined up against a wall and shot. I'm ready to face that. And every one of us had better be too.
I will not follow that man into combat.
That's fair enough.
Let's do it.
I suppose it's two big mistakes, not really that far apart when you think about the timeline we've been following.
No, exactly. And the fact he's trying to stick it to...
Windsor's.
Yeah.
No longer wish to serve as a non-commissioned officer in easy company.
Oh, they're not actually going to say why, so they're leaving it.
Good luck.
Ought to have you all shot. There's nothing less than an active mutiny while we prepare for the goddamn invasion of Europe.
Sir.
Turn in your stripes, collect your gear. You are hereby transferred out of my regiment. All of you NCOs have disgraced the 101st Airborne. You can consider yourself lucky that we are on the eve of the largest action in the history of warfare, which leaves me no choice to spare your lives. Now get out of my office and get out of my sight.
So it wasn't so much about making a point for them, they just wanted out because of they didn't want to go to a battle with Sobel.
Yeah, I'm guessing so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder what happens now then, because like you said, they're on the eve of going to...
Yeah.
Dropping into Europe. He's clearly proud of what they did.
I can only speculate, sir. Most of the men would never do this. I believe just a few of the sergeants may have felt their loyalty lay more to the platoon than to the company.
And these few sergeants convinced all of the other NCOs in your company to turn in their strike. This business of the Winters court-martial has been an unpleasant distraction. Your command of Easy Company has been exemplary. I believe you fielded one of the finest companies of soldiers I've ever seen.
Yes, sir.
Division has established a parachute training school at Chilton Foliage. Doctors and chaplains to take jump training there.
Oh, they're going to ship him out?
Frankly, I can't think of anyone more qualified to command such a school than you are.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a way to get rid of him.
I'm reassigning you to Chilton Foliage.
So he's not going to battle.
No.
I'm losing Easy Company?
War effort needs you elsewhere.
He's going to teach doctors and nurses how to jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
I can imagine that hit him hard.
Who will be replacing me?
Lieutenant Meehan from Baker Company is senior. Good luck at Chilton Folliot, Herbert. Don't let us down now.
I'm guessing having those 8 stood in front of him earlier, regardless of what he said to them,
Yeah.
he can't ignore that.
No, he had to punish them for what they did, obviously. Like you said, it's a known mutiny.
Yes.
But it was clear that they'd lost all faith in
Yeah.
him.
Is that Winter's Drive? No, it's not Winter's Drive.
No.
Eyes were deceiving me.
Just gave him a look.
Didn't do it.
Didn't even salute him.
No.
I think he obviously knows why they did it, because their allegiance is to Winters and not him.
Yeah, I think Winters is just starting to piece together the pieces.
Yeah. Go. We're back when we started.
Was it May 31st, the first date slot we had?
I'm going to pretend it was. It was around that time.
Yeah.
Weather still hasn't cleared, is it?
No.
Still not good.
That's all, mate, with Tommy's. Feeding Bosch. Is all this real? Yeah. It's for you, lads, actually, so I can get your mince pies from some of this Jerry Clobber, if you know what I mean.
I don't even know what he means.
I do.
Mince pies his eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other one.
Boy, she sure is a doozy. Yeah, it's Pucker, isn't it? What?
Parker, innit?
Oi, he speaks a little bit like me.
He does.
Still having a bar 50 finger half-inch in that. Oh, yeah.
A lot of rhyming slang in this.
Yeah, I had a quiz on Cockney rhyming slang the other week. I did really well.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it myself.
We're gambling, bud.
So what? Soldiers do that. I don't deserve a reprimand for it.
What if you'd won? Never put yourself in a position where you can take from these men.
Lieutenant Meehan, answer.
Bearing 042, 12 minutes.
Then another left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Call it 358 for 10.5 minutes.
Linear distance on the grid of about Ramsbury, a pottery.
I mean, this working dynamic seems better already.
Yeah, definitely.
It's Normandy.
Saint-Marie-du-Mont.
You're going to Normandy.
Yeah, Battle of Normandy.
The estuary of the Douve River divides 2 beachheads, codenamed Utah here and Omaha here. Airborne's objective, gentlemen, is to take the town of Carentan, or Carentan.
Each trooper will learn this operation by heart.
Sir, are we dropping tonight?
When it's time for you to know, we'll let you know. Now, we will drop behind this Atlantic wall, and between our assembly area and the battalion's objective, there is a German garrison. Easy Company will destroy that garrison.
Objective is clear.
Yeah, it is.
What is a garrison?
Not sure.
I'm guessing it's maybe a base of some sort.
Yeah, that's what I would guess, yeah.
Hawkins mine, 2 grenades, smoke grenade, and a pair of nasty skivvies. No, they stop weighs as much as I do. I still got my shoot, my reserve shoot, my May West, my M1. Sergeant Martin!
Well, I feel like we're going to see him use those brass knuckles.
Mail day. Hopefully. Waste of time otherwise.
Condoms? I don't know, probably.
Condoms.
Maybe he was right earlier on.
Yeah, prophylactics, that's what it is.
So I've never heard that term
Have you not?
used. No.
It's not a commonly used term.
I'm a simple guy.
If you did not sign your GI life insurance policy, you go on over and see Sergeant Evans at the headquarters company tent. Don't let your families miss out on $10,000.
That's what their life is worth.
Yeah.
Has Garnier said anything to you about his brother?
No.
Got a problem. My wife keeps up with things back home, casualty listing like that. Garnier's brother in Italy?
Henry?
Killed in Monte Casino. What do you think I should do?
They're not going to tell him, are they?
If it were me, I'd tell him.
A couple hours before we jump?
Yeah, that is a hard one.
Yeah, I think the best thing is probably not to tell him. That could end up getting him killed if he's behind enemy lines.
True.
Head's not in the right place. That's a nightmare if your head's not in the right place.
Yes.
Soldiers of the regiment, tonight is the night of nights. Today, as you read this, you are en route to the great adventure for which you have trained for over 2 years.
That's why they gave us ice cream.
They're going.
Yeah.
Easy Company! Listen up! Channel coast to Sock Dam with rain and fog. No jump tonight.
Oh.
That's the bit we saw earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are right back to where we started.
Yes.
If you're so interested in serving a cause, why don't you join the...
Dearest Johnny.
Should you be giving blood?
I woke up.
Got the wrong goddamn jacket.
I thought he had the wrong jacket because he was out of cigarettes.
That's not the letter, is it?
I think it is.
Oh, no.
Nobody did anything.
What are the chances he picks up that jacket?
I know.
Bill Garnier's brother.
Yeah, he doesn't need that.
Yeah, like you say, what are the odds? I mean, I'm guessing they're extremely close. So if he's going to pick up a wrong jacket, it was probably going to be his.
Yeah. I feel like the right thing was to not tell him, but now he's got to probably explain why he didn't tell him.
Yeah.
Like, it was definitely for his own good.
It's just one of those things, I don't even think there's a right or wrong answer to it.
No.
It's such a difficult one to say. Have you ever heard of this place in England?
No, I haven't. No.
We are not well travelled.
No. I don't know my small English villages very well. These poor guys, though, just our crap weather is just like keeping them on the ground and stalling the mission. Looks like we've got a nice sunny day now, though.
Yeah, this very much looks like it, doesn't it?
Johnny.
Yeah, getting the shoots on, I think.
Got something you might be looking for. Took your jacket by mistake. Sorry.
You ready?
Where the fuck is Monte Casino?
I don't know. Italy somewhere. Sorry about your brother, Bill.
Sorry for my mom. Let's get this over with.
Bill?
At least it doesn't hold any hard feelings.
I'll meet up with you over there.
Doc Rowe is handing these out for air sickness. Lieutenant.
What's the 67?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Good luck. God bless you. I'll see you in the assembly area.
Maybe they got assigned to that plane and that's the number they have to look for, maybe.
Yeah, no, you have to let me know, please. Well, and Nick.
Nah, oh, not interested. Cheers, mate.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The plane's number 67.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, well done. Two years building up to this exact moment.
Crazy. Does a good job of like setting the scene, doesn't it? Really, really good.
Yes.
And just
I was going to say this in the outro, the fact, the way they went back and have given us this detail and the way they have.
Huge backstory.
Yes. They've done it really well. What type of plane is that? It's not a Spitfire, is it? No, of course it isn't. A Spitfire wouldn't. That was a two-manner, wasn't it? Or one-manner.
It's a bomber, isn't it? Not sure the name of this
I'm
one.
so uneducated. Like, there is so much I'm going to learn from this.
Comments will be able to teach us loads of stuff as well, so. Or just you.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to teach me things. But I'm an eager learner.
Yeah. I'm feeling tense. I don't know why.
Do you know what? I was sort of nervously speaking, and then the second we stopped, I just felt that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like, creaking isn't helping.
No. Doesn't sound like your luxury passenger jet, does it?
No, and the fact that it's making all that creaking noise before it's even moved.
They're just hollowed out like tin cans, aren't they? Just to hold the troops. They're not made for luxury. No first class in those ones.
No.
No going back now. That shot just gave me goosebumps there.
I know, seeing so many of them.
Just knowing where they're going and what. Yeah. That's a cool shot.
Wow.
There's a lot of troops.
What is that, 50 planes?
Something like that. I couldn't count them quick enough. A penny for his thoughts.
You know when you're worried for somebody early on for how this is going to go for them?
Yeah.
I get that feeling with him. Especially for his ma as well. Like, just lost one son in Italy.
That's unthinkable.
Yeah.
Losing two to war.
Potentially just days apart, weeks apart.
Yeah. chilling by the door.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that.
No. I'd be at the back rocking somewhere. That's an insane amount of planes. 50 was an under.
To be fair, I was only going by the shot I saw.
Yeah, what was in the shot, yeah. You got ships as well, boats.
Yeah, that absolutely flew by for an opening episode.
Do you know
What a great backstory.
It was so good. I was kind of hoping we were going to see them drop in and see some action, but I'm guessing that's going to be for the next part.
Yes.
But yeah, that was brilliant. And I did touch on it then about the backstory, and what I was thinking, that if it just came up 1944, brilliant, they get on the plane, they go, it would have been obviously a great watch, but by them going back and giving us the whole backstory, we learned about the characters, we learned a bit of their backstory, how they came to be where they are. So I think when it comes to them being in battle, it's going to make us care about them more.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It really because we didn't even know their names. If they just flew out like at the beginning of the episode, but yeah, it really made us like connect with the characters.
Character investment.
Yeah,
now you've kind of learned, you are invested in them already.
That's the word.
Despite the fact that we haven't seen them drop at Normandy.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think? I think if they had put in them actually dropping and seeing some, as you say, some battle, it may have been an overload for a first episode.
Oh yeah,
I feel like there's so much that was in that first episode.
They ended it perfect at a perfect time. They've gone off now, so we know what the next episode is going to be. But I really like that they went the backstory, the character investment, like you said. Yeah, brilliant.
Names are going to be a thing, and I was just saying I might actually just quickly search the cast because is it Sober who David Schwimmer is playing?
Sobel.
Yeah. Because he hadn't been in it for 10 minutes, and I was focusing on so many other things, I'd already forgotten his name.
Yeah, Sobel.
No, I was about to say not Sobel. So, do you think that, because Sobel's got to come back into this, you would imagine, and there's going to be lots of little bits and bobs, but yeah, that character portrayal was interesting. I can't lie, the first time he appeared, all I heard was Ross from Friends.
Yeah.
And I did think to myself, oh no. But it didn't stick. And very quickly, every time there was a scene with him in it, it was getting less and less. And
yeah. But I had a little joke lined up, but I was like, no, I'll just let it go. You know, he was being picky about the cleanliness and the tardiness and like that. I was like, oh, he's got that from Monica. Because that's very much what Monica's like. I was like, no, I need to detach David Schwimmer from Ross. Like, I can't keep doing that in my head. So, yeah.
A bunch of Friends puns just coming out from you.
Could he be any more annoyed?
So, who do we have? We've got... Okay, so Malarkey, it's played by Scott Grimes. Yeah. Then obviously Winters, Damien Lewis.
Yeah.
He instantly warmed to Winters.
Yeah, I like him.
He seems like a no-nonsense, really reliable, somebody you can talk to, turn to.
And I feel like he cares about the guys, but Sobel obviously does because he wanted them to be good. He wanted to show them, I did this.
Yeah.
Like, this is my company. But he also cared a lot about himself.
Yes.
And his own personal sort of progression, and he seemed willing to do whatever to the guys to get that. Whereas Winters, you can see, is way more grounded. Doesn't care as much for the pomp and ceremony of it all. He's there to do a job.
Yes.
And yeah, I warmed to him very, very quickly.
And he's got a much better working relationship with the replacement. I've forgotten his name now.
Same, yeah.
Replacement.
We didn't really
hoping
hear
I'll
much.
be able to see.
We didn't hear much from him.
So Nixon is his friend. Eugene Rowe.
Yeah, he's in Lock, Stock, Shane Taylor.
Lipton, Powers, Talbot, Wynne, Sisk, Randall.
I recognised him. Michael Cudlitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do recognise him. I'm not sure from where.
Oh, there's too many.
There's a lot.
Top cast is over 100 people, so that's just crazy.
Yeah,
right,
that is.
But yeah, we'll get to grips with the names as we go through. But
yeah,
it was the guy. I should have looked at him when I was on the cast, but the one whose brother has just passed.
Yes.
I do just get a bad feeling for him already, and I don't know what it is. I just just get an inkling, and you think, oh, is that going to happen? And yeah, for his ma to lose both of them, it's almost like short, close proximity.
Yeah, it's almost like they're giving us that story to set us up for something else. That'd be brutal.
Maybe he's going to go in, not all guns blazing as such, but maybe he's going to be bolder and
maybe. But I think he's going to be sort of, I don't know. So when I said like you're not in the right headspace,
yeah,
and you do things you wouldn't do. You act irrationally without thinking. So that's not what you want to go into battle with, and that's why he didn't tell him. But alas, he found out anyway.
Isn't one thing I did find really surreal and crazy watching this was just how selective they could be back then. I don't know, and I'm saying this without any proof or any basis for this, but I can't imagine it's that selective anymore. Just because, and this could just be that I've just led like a massively sheltered life, but I just can't imagine that it's that selective now when it comes to getting into the forces to begin with and into certain
I think the reason they would have been more selective is because I think they were like, they said that like the paratrooping, that was all new. It was brand new, and I think it takes a bit more skill to jump from a plane behind
100%.
enemy lines
than
it does to obviously not putting any position down, but to be a soldier on the ground, I think you need a bit more to jump from a plane and do the same job. I can jump from a plane for fun. You know, people maybe I could do a tandem skydive, but I couldn't do it by myself.
I could watch a tandem skydive from the ground.
from your couch at home.
I'm bad enough just getting on a plane to begin with, but no, that's a very good point. It's a very good point. Yeah, maybe that is the case, but yeah, it really struck me when just like the tiniest little things out of place and people are getting sent home.
I think when war really hit, it was like you could just go and sign up, and as long as you were of age and of decent health and a physical ability, I don't know if they would be that selective. It was more about numbers at that point.
When they were doing the training exercises,
the assault course,
the one that would really get me, they didn't show, but I don't know if they even would have done this or if this would have been part of that. But when I look at anything like that, the thing that would really get me is swimming under like a little bridge that has no. It's
you can't come up.
Completely water filled.
Completely
so you're basically going through like a little tunnel almost.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, that will be the one.
Yeah, especially with all that stuff weighing you down, boots on as well, because you got to replicate actual wartime scenarios. So you're suited and booted going under. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
but I mean, there's times where you wouldn't have had a choice.
The places in England, never heard of them, and the irony is that these will be airfields, and we have a few airfields close to us, or relatively close, more nearer to London, I suppose. But yeah, I've not heard of these places so far that have come up in relation to England.
No, I
did recognise the phone box.
Yes, the phone box is very very noticeable. But yeah, I mean, these are tiny villages. Probably in the middle of nowhere, so yeah, can't blame us for not knowing those.
No, it'd be more the airfields as opposed to the places themselves. But yeah, no, I haven't so far. But one thing I would just say after watching that episode is that I really, really cannot wait to get into the second episode.
No.
Like, it was a fantastic watch, and yeah, it's almost a surreal moment because having been told to watch this for so long and having never gotten around to it. To have finally done it, I can now see why so many people were telling me to watch this.
Yeah,
you would have seen, those of you that have been with the channel before, you'll know that as much as we kind of like the comedy element of things, we love to really dig into the detail. Sometimes that detail will make sense. Sometimes you'll be wondering if we've taken something before.
And that's where you can correct us anyway.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I'm so open to receiving advice and real interesting segments on history here because
definitely.
Really, really opens up. But no, I thought that was an excellent watch and a fantastic opening episode. It felt like it had a perfect amount of everything without overloading. And yeah, there's so many interesting build-ups to this point.
It was a really good build-up, and like I said when we were actually watching it, I think it was the fact they went back and showed us and introduced us to the cast, and I think that's why I was feeling that tenseness when they were setting off, because they really made me I'm rooting for these guys now.
Yes.
And yeah, it's weird that it's only part one, we haven't even seen any action yet really, but they've set it up perfectly, and to get me feeling like that in part one is like,
yes,
it just shows how incredible this is going to be.
Definitely. One final thing from my side, Currahee. They mentioned about it being a motto.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna have to let us know about that, just so I understand. I mean, I've taken it to be a motto, but I see your point that it was constantly being linked.
Yeah, he said we're gonna do Currahee, and I took that as that may be the name of the exercise they're doing.
Yeah.
It may be the hill they're running up because they were touching that thing at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
But they could have then adopted that as their motto.
Both make sense. The answer is probably going to be both, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm not going to look it up. You can let us know.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
If anyone's still here.
Definitely. But no, thank you so much for being with us on this first episode. Yeah. If you are watching on YouTube, as I said in the intro, feel free to come and join us on the Patreon. We will be 2 weeks ahead, and there will be the uncut versions on there as well. And we're going to have a ton of other fantastic stuff coming out over there soon too. But yeah, brilliant watch this. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you back here for part 2. Take care.